show is made possible by the AFMOR affiliate program and with the support of the Fortune Jack Partners.
Hello, online gambling friends. Fall is in the air, and soon, very soon, the rains will begin to fall in the Pacific Northwest, and they won't really stop until April or so, thereabouts. And fall this year means that it's almost time for the IGB events in Amsterdam and the Global Gaming Expo event in Las Vegas. More on those in the second half of our program. But first, some business to take care of. As you may have noticed over the past several years, the folks at the UK Gambling Commission have done some pretty funky shit. Now, some in this industry, including myself, some in this industry have been critical openly of the commission on more than one occasion. Some, but not enough to make any difference. And now we may know why, as the All-Party Betting and Gaming Group has begun an inquiry into the commission's competence and their overall effectiveness. The reason for this inquiry? Well, it's come to light that some operators in the United Kingdom are actually afraid to go public with their concerns due to the Commission's power over them. And though the news article did not specifically say that operators feared reprisal from the UKGC if they voice their criticisms, it certainly is implied by the context. Now the parliamentary group went on to say that their inquiry is based on complaints over a number of years. So this is not just about what's been going on during the gambling review, and it's not about what's been going on during COVID. It's about far more than that, as a collection of actions over several years. And they noted that there is no structure in place for operators to register a complaint against the UKGC, except for the commission itself, which, I don't know, would seem to me to create this big, vicious circle of fear and distrust. Of course, all of this is happening in the throes of the Gambling Act review. More on that in the second half. For their part, the commission did say that they were committed to making the industry safe and fair and blah-bitty, blah-bitty, blah, blah, blah. But at this point, I mean, what the hell else can they say? Welcome back. In the first part of the show, I mentioned the upcoming IGB events and the Global Gaming Expo. And while I will not be attending the conferences in Amsterdam, it's not because I don't want to go. I do want to go. I really, really do. But right now, in the midst of all this COVID crap, it was just too challenging to get over there from North America. Now, Clarion, they've done an amazing job for all of you who can attend the events. And as I mentioned on our last show, you can watch our interview with Clarion about the events in the GPWA forums and on our YouTube channel. Now, as far as the Global Gaming Expo goes in Las Vegas, yes, I will be in attendance there. And I discuss all of these things and the events in great detail on the first edition of our new monthly webcast, kicking things off with Casino City's own Gary Trask as my co-host. Now, Gary is also responsible for approving the APCW videos each week, in case you didn't know that. So if you ever have a complaint about anything I do, please do email him. If you don't have his email address, you know, drop me a line, I'll hook you up. We plan to discuss the issues most important to affiliates on these webcasts. So before our next webcast takes place, we will be requesting that questions come from the affiliates in the GPWA forums. And I can already hear the gears a-turning in some of your heads. So let's keep the questions to industry news that affects our business. All right. And lastly, the UK has a new Secretary of State for Digital, Culture, Media, and Sport. And her name is Nadine Dorries. This is important, as she will now lead the Gambling Act review. Guess it's perfect time to bring in a new leader. The Betting and Gaming Council has thrown their support behind her, which is hopefully a good sign for the rest of us about what's to come. In fact, the Betting and Gaming Council said that they trust Ms. Dorries will conduct, quote, an evidence-led approach in regard to the review, which would seem to be a shot across the bow of some of the people who have thrown the most bullshit and baseless accusations against our industry over the past several months during the Gambling Act review. So yeah, I know there's also a new UK gambling minister. I didn't really see a lot about him that would affect us directly, but he's young, maybe 30 something. That's young for us old folk. And you know, hopefully he's got some progressive views and new eyes to put on this, and that will also be a benefit for our industry. But with that said, I'm going to wrap it up. Just one more show to go before I'm reporting from Las Vegas, baby. God willing, of course. Some have been critical of the commission vocally on more than one occasion. And I just, blah, 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 blah. Doo-dah. I discuss all of these things and the events in detail on the first of edition, yeah. I'm a professional. And then it's like my neighbors have no respect for my videography. Just none. Driving right through my shot. And on a public road. The audacity.